Welcome to We Talk Spanglish with your host, Manefta. Welcome to We Talk Spanglish, and this is episode 5. I can't believe we're even doing this. It's still super surreal to me after 2 years waiting to do this, and I still have so many things to talk about. Today I want to talk about the difference in Hispanic and American, or AKA as we like to call them, gringos. These are different households. Like, I remember growing up when I was little, there were so many things that I had some friends that they could do and some friends that we just all couldn't do the same thing. We were not allowed. And I think this is so relatable for a lot of different reasons, especially the fact that if you had a brother, if your friends had a brother or even a father or a functioning household, we were not allowed to sleep over. It was like forbidden. You cannot sleep over. And I think that I was like that with my kids too, to a certain extent, except I usually had the kids sleep at my house. A lot of sleepovers, a lot of children of the corn slept at this woman's house. And everything was good. But then again, we all had to know each other. And I remember as we were little, we had to rely on our cousins. And I come from a huge line of cousins. And on top of the fact that we are a lot of cousins, it's a lot of girls. So my grandfather and my grandmother from my mom's side had 13 grandkids. And out of the 13 grandkids, there was one boy. And we did a lot of things to him. We did a lot of things to that poor man. But we had a lot of fun. And with that, we were able to have sleepovers, and my grandmother would take care of all of us. And I saw a TikTok the other day of Le Juan. I love Le Juan. We all love Le Juan James. I think he's hysterical. He always nails it. He always hits it with the content. You know, he keeps it Spanglish, and I love that. And he posted about having Hispanic sleepovers. Oh my God, did he nail that? His mother comes into the room and she's like, "Oye, ven acá. Oye, cállense. Los voy a matar. Yo me tengo que levantar a las 7 de la mañana." And I can relate to that. Our grandmothers would barge in. Whoever was on the clock had to either get up early, and they were standing on business. They would come in with the chancletas flying. And I remember me and my cousins would lay down and pretend that we were sleeping, like all of us. And she knew. One of us would be on the phone, and she would come in swinging, boy. She was gonna whoop that ass, and she did. We all caught them hands, and if you guys are watching, you're all my witnesses. You were all there to witness that. And within that, I feel like, I know after COVID, the flock of the snowbirds, as we call them. We like to call them the snowbirds because in Florida, we don't have snow. And this is a whole different culture. Now, Miami within itself, that is a whole different world. And the amount of videos that I have seen, people that are, come from other states and they live here, they're established in Miami now, it's been a year or two, and they are still having culture shock. They are like, I cannot believe that I cannot walk somewhere and get service or get attended and I can't communicate because I don't talk Spanish. And newsflash, if you are coming to Miami, even to visit, you need to somehow know a little bit of Spanish. Pretend that you're going to Spain or to Puerto Rico or to Cuba. This is not English turf. If you are coming here to, have a tropical time, you're going to get the whole Caribbean vibe, the whole motherfucking deal. And within that, there are so many other cultures. There are Nicaraguenses, there are Venezolanos, there are Cubans, there are Puerto Ricans, they're everywhere. That's where our domain is. Those are the Spanish stomping grounds. So when these people get here, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to live this tropical life and, we're going to kick it until they got to go to the ventanita because they want an empeñada.
No, that video took me out.
Oh my God, you guys know I love 90 Day. And I love Stacy and Darcy. They're the two twins, the hot twins. I mean, bro, those bitches don't even look like they're 50. They're fucking hot. I mean, listen, it is what it is. And these, I love them so much. There's an episode where she's bad tripping and she's asking Florian for an empanada. But instead of saying an empanada, she says empeñada. And that shit took me the fuck out. So these, there's the people that try to fit in with the culture, which is what you should do if you're coming into the domain. Accept it and love it. For example, the video that I saw, and this went viral. I know that you guys saw this either on TMZ, either on one of your social outlets that post a bunch of stuff. There's a lady and she is walking and she's, I guess, going for her night stroll and she's fucking pissed. This bitch is really fucking mad and she's just shaking. You can see the Karen arising. And she's complaining because, everywhere that you go, the churches, the trees, there are dead animals. And I understand, Karen. We get it. We also understand what Ebo is. And even if you are not part of this religion or Santeria, you know better than to touch it, look at it, anything it, walk away. No, she made a whole video complaining about the dogs and the this and the that. And this is something that, they don't understand and they don't get it. They don't anticipate to run into these kind of things. The culture in Miami, it's still standing, I will say. However, there are questionable fucking things like Brickell. I feel like Brickell is was placed in Miami and it's still not Miami. You know what I mean? Like the people that do the cultural things in Miami are still like Little Havana, Midtown even, the Wynwood area now. But when you get to Brickell, that's where the snowbirds are. That's where they are like, what in the empanada is going on here? And that's when they freak out. And I think that when they leave that little bubble where they have like a mini commute and a little convenience store downstairs, but when they gotta get out of that, bubble, it's like, oh my God, what the fuck? This is little Cuba. Third world, however, we know Miami International Airport. Qué pena. Get your shit together, Miami International Airport. Like, y'all people, the mold, la peste. I can smell it from here. ¿Tú te imaginas estar en el elevador del Miami-Dade y estás ahí en el International? Oh my God. And that shit gets D'd the fuck up. TSA in that bitch is a bitch. So, I go to Fort Lauderdale. I'm not going to lie. When I do fly to Miami, a bitch goes to Fort Lauderdale. Ahí, oye, 45-minute ride to El Sahuesero. But at the end of the day, it's funny to me to see all these people and they're freaking out. Like the bicyclist. The bicyclist, we know what Caballo takes that one. He is the king of the bicyclist. He fucking hates them. And we're with him. They're annoying. We love you guys. Please stay safe. But it is hard to drive with y'all on the road. And I will say it is a task. And that's a culture shock to see all of those bikes driving in this nice area. You have Pinecrest, Coral Gables, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? The best part is where in Cuba, when we're raised or they're raised or the way they were raised, remember, there was Africans and there was the Spaniards. So there's a lot of Catholics. But a lot of these Catholics believe their abuela or one of their tías pasa muerto, or, they're spiritual, or they get dreams, so no matter how Catholic they say they are, trust me, they are a little santera no matter what. And they understand that there are certain things that you do not talk about. And that was the way that it was brought up to everyone. So for us, seeing things like that, like going to a church, la mitad caridad, you see things in the ocean. I have seen bitches walk up to watermelons and things that wash up on the ocean, and every single person that is a native Miami is sitting there on the fucking beach like, no, they're going to touch it. They're waiting to see what they're going to do with that. And these girls, people, I've seen them. They walk up to it. They open it up. They're like, we found this. We found the watermelon. Oh, my God. And they're eating ebo. What is ebo? Ebo is a form of cleaning yourself. We believe that that takes away all the negative energy, and they'll give it to a certain saint, either Yemaya, Ochung. You know, if you don't know, look it up. I mean, educate yourself. But do not grab the fruits that wash up on the beach. Okay? Or the pennies. Those are for Yemaya. She's the goddess of the ocean, and it needs to stay there. And if you didn't know that and you're a Miami native, well, now you fucking know. Okay? So all those things, walk away. Just walk away. They're not going to change. The culture isn't going to change much. Santos are still happening in Miami. Yes, they are. And they're happening in Cuba, and people do believe in these things and clean themselves, and the churches are a little bit of a part of it, especially the Catholic ones. The Christian ones, not so much. Stick to those. The snowbirds got to stick to like the Presbyterian churches and stuff like that. But that isn't going to change, especially the fact that you need to learn Spanish. You need to know what a chancleta is. You need to know what a chancletazo is. A cocotazo. Like, ¿cómo tú no vas a oye, ven acá? The basics, the fundamentals. You know, I know that they like to go for the bad words. Puta, culo. You know, you learn the bad words. It's true. It's in every language or culture they teach you the bad words. But yes, you know, learn a little bit of Spanish. It's okay to learn Spanish. It's something that's going to teach you to be cultured. Even if you say empeñada, she's still trying. She's still trying. And, you know, she's in the culture. She's in the mix. Like, if you look at these girls, these women, because they're not girls, they look like they're from Miami. They belong in Miami. They have that sass in them. And there are some people that have come down and they're like, we like this shit. We like it. You know, take us to a tambon. Let's listen to some salsa. And we love that. But then there's the Karens who are upset. They're very, go home is a good idea. I like that. I like go home. But they have invaded. They have invaded, and it's been 5 years. And I feel also that we also, as Miami natives, need to fucking get over that. We have to stop trying to fight it, because I don't know how many more people are going to move down to Florida and how much Florida is going to change. But a lot of people have moved up north, and we have seen the difference in that. When we first moved to Tampa, it was not that packed, and a bitch is getting packed. And either it's the snowbirds or a lot of the natives that are leaving more of the south area due to rent. The rent is crazy. Y'all know I know about the motherfucking rent. But you know what I'm talking about? Just ask somebody. And for the record, you guys keep sending me, there are 2 accounts, and I'm going to be so genuinely honest with you guys. I will not repost their listings, no matter how shitty they are, because those are satire accounts. Those are accounts that are basically just like setting up things so that they can get either clout or views or shit like that. So I'm not going to repost them. I did repost a couple in the beginning until I caught on. And then I realized, damn, this guy even follows me. They follow me. So within that, I think that's something that they're working on as far as trying to grow their page so they can brand and do stuff like that. But I don't think that they're renting things genuinely. I think that they're fake accounts. I don't even know who rents those things because they're disgusting and they're hideous. And most of them are like in Alapata or Liberty City. And he's like, beautiful Liberty City. No, absolutely not. The crime rate is fucking high, sir. We are not going to do that. But yeah, that's why I don't repost those videos. A lot of DMs that you guys send me, because forget it. I'm never going to get it right with you guys in the YouTube DMs, but I'm working on it. You guys are doing pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I'm very impressed. Huh? Yeah, because they I'm like, write the comments. on the YouTube video, right? And they'll go into my DMs. You guys are the best. And they still DM me. They're like, oh, I want to know about this. I want to know about that. So, that's something that's definitely, we're going to work on that as a whole. My children of the corn are going to convert to YouTube eventually. They will get it. You got to hit the subscribe button. And then once you hit the subscribe button, it'll alert you when I have like a new episode or what we're going to do next week. This week, I do want to put out a post for you guys on Instagram so you can pick what we're going to talk about on the next topic. And then I do have a couple of different things lined up. Herbie is still in the hot chair. Herbie's still in the hot chair, guys. So eventually he'll come on the show, though. I promise you that. And for 420, it's going to be great because 420 is not only Easter Sundays, but it is my 22-year anniversary, and it's 420, bitches. So that's going to be a fun episode. We're definitely going to smoke on here. Have your joint rolled. Get your goodies, because we're going to sit here with our little jammies and our little sabanitas and get comfortable, and we're going to smoke and have a little sesh. And I would love to get everybody's feedback on all of that, because that's going to be fun. And if you don't smoke, then eat a gummy or have a drink. That's fine too. Whatever tickles your pickle, babe. So if you had primas and primos and you were able to have sleepovers and you were able to fight each other and do fucked up shit to each other, because we dressed up my cousins. We would go through my mom's closet. We would go through her makeup. Oh, that bitch would get so mad because, she had the good shit. Growing up, my mama had a little money. My daddy had a little money and they were doing good. And then shit went left. So I've been on the end of both sides. But boy, grandma used to whoop that ass. But I want to know, if you were able to be brought up, what is the difference? Tell me down below. What is the difference between an American household and how Americanos run their household with, the sleepovers? And because they be doing that shit, and we don't get that. No. We don't do that. We definitely gotta do a barbecue Sunday with everybody there, and it's a lot of people and screaming and children, and I love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know what I would do with myself in an Americano setting. Oh, I've been there. It's very quiet. And I don't know if it makes me comfortable. It makes me kind of uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. I need the noise. I need the chaos. I need a bayou. You know what I'm saying? I know Puerto Ricans say a bochinche. All of that has to be in the mix for me or in the cards for me. If not, I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave. I want to go. I don't even want to eat the food. I just want to leave. I want to go. But I do have my white friends that I love. I have so many awesome gringo friends that just jump into the mix. They're the best. They are loud. I think I mix with the loud gringos. Love the loud gringos. Love you guys. I love the ones that are willing to try different shit and that are willing to teach me different shit, because I think that's fun, and I like to learn about different cultures, American, whatever culture it is. There are a lot of Middle Eastern people in the Tampa area, and man, I've learned a lot of cool things. There's a lot of cool markets. There's so many different things that I've learned as far as Mediterranean food and people and culture, and like everyone here, like they even have like days off for Ramadan. They don't do that in Miami. They don't have that in Miami. So we don't get to experience those things. And me being able to experience a different piece or part of Florida is kind of cool, because I get to see how other cultures and pick up from other cultures, no matter where. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans here too. So with that being said, I want to know what your culture, makes different, or what is different about your culture, and how the American culture is different versus, not including food, because I feel like the food is not even comparable. All over the world, there's so many amazing foods, but, the blandest will probably be the American food. And, it is what it is. I said what I said. Now, y'all can come over and I'll cook you a little something, a ropa vieja or a vaca frita. Ooh, girl, vaca frita. Listen, I know everyone wants to come and eat at my house. I'll be getting the motherfucking good snacks. So down below, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know, what is the difference in your household? I love you. Never, ever stop speaking Spanglish. I love you, bitches. Mwah.